Freak Nation, she's back in the Lucas Oil Studios. Latasha Causey, your president of Phoenix Raceway. And I can't say enough about what this woman's done to follow in the shoes of Julie with the track. You didn't miss a beat, Latasha, including continuing to get the final race of the NASCAR Cup season and Xfinity and the truck season. It was revealed on Thursday morning that 2025, again, Phoenix will be the home for the finale. I'm sure you knew about it for a little bit, but they're busting at the seams to let everybody know, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, first, thank you so much for having me. And we are so excited to be able to have a championship back in 2025. You know, it's every year we review the schedule, we figure out what makes sense. And so for us to be able to have it again is just an amazing thing.
Latasha, I don't know all the goings on, but I know it takes more than just a product on the track. It takes the weather, it takes the city, it takes the Chamber of Commerce, it takes sponsors. It takes so many items in order for these things to fall in place. Was there a chance that it was not going to be back in Phoenix? I mean, were you running up against another track?
Well, I mean, I think that there's always a chance that it's not back in the same space. You know, for us, it was a 3-year commitment, and here we are in 2024 on year 5. And so really, you know, I'm always advocating, always fighting to make sure that we have it here in Phoenix. But the reality is that each year it could be somewhere else. And so I think the answer is yes. There's always competition with another track. But what we found here for the last few years that we've had it, we've sold out. We've been consistent on that record, and our fans have truly enjoyed being in Phoenix. But I mean, we know for sure we're committed through 25 here. And then, you know, we'll always advocate to have it in Phoenix, but it could be somewhere else in 2026. I have no idea. Right now, we haven't had those conversations. Right now, we're really focused on 24 and 25.
Latasha, if people haven't been out to Phoenix Raceway in the last, since the renovation, it's a significant renovation from what it was, which makes a lot of sense for NASCAR to come back there. When you invest that kind of money into your racetrack and surroundings of your racetrack, it makes sense to spend a couple of dates there. That being said, there's the naysayers out there going, oh, come on, we're back at Phoenix, the product on the track. How does Latasha Causey attack that and saying, no, we should have that final race?
Yeah, well, you know, you always have a naysayer, right? You can't please everyone, but we appreciate all of those. We even appreciate the naysayers, right? We appreciate everyone for their support of NASCAR. And so, you know, we here at Phoenix Raceway, our team does everything that we can to bring new and exciting experiences here. And we know that racing on the track, the drivers bring everything that they can. They've worked so hard all throughout the year to have their season finale here in Phoenix. And so we make sure that our track is ready to go and ready for our drivers, every single one of them. And then we make sure that we have a really good experience outside of racing, and that our raceway is welcoming to all of our fans, even the naysayers. You know, sometimes even the naysayers show up to championship weekend.
Right. Well, I distinctly remember an instance with Kyle Larson winning that championship at your track that had everybody glued to the seat the last 5 laps or so. So listen, sometimes it's hit or miss. I understand it. It's not up to you. You're not out there on the track doing this or that to the car or to this in a certain turn. You're there to promote this race and to sell this darn thing out and make sure it's as pleasurable for the fans as it is to the drivers and the teams, which is also lost on some people, how important it is the facility is to the drivers and the teams.
Oh, that's 100% accurate. Obviously, they are our partners in this. And so we make sure that the drivers, the teams, their families, right, that are on the road and that are coming to see them put on their finale, their final show for the season, we make sure that it's ready for all of them. We, you know, consistently talk to the teams, consistently talk to drivers, and making sure that they have everything that they need to have a great time while they're here, and so that they can put on a great race for our fans and for our fan base. And so you are not wrong. That is one of the most important things, is making sure that our drivers and their teams are prepared and ready, and our track is prepared and ready for them.
I invite anyone that has not been out to the track to come on out here and enjoy it. Granted, it's in our freaking backyard, so it's fantastic. We'd listen. It could be on dirt, and we'd be stoked. Just the fact that the damn thing's here. We don't have to trek to South Florida or to somewhere on the East Coast for for the finale. Preparation for the final race versus March for you and your crew. How much different is that?
Well, the preparation for every race, we go above and beyond to prepare for everything. We've been preparing for March of next year since March ended, and that's the same for championship. The crowd is bigger for championship because we build more, we have more hospitality, we have more options, more things that we sponsor. We have more of our partners and sponsors that are here and in town. And so there's more fans and there's a bigger fan base. And so, when you have more people, you have to make sure that you're holistically prepared, which it makes an amazing thing to have such great relationships with the city of Avondale and all of our, firearm, all of the departments that we need in order to make sure that people are safe and having a really great time. And so, our team, since last November, we have been preparing for this upcoming November because we have to make sure that there's something new, that there's something different, that, fans want to keep coming back here. Whether they're here in Phoenix or no matter where the race is, each NASCAR team is making sure that we're doing everything that we can to have something for everyone at the raceway while they're here.
Are there some things in the works? Gosh, it's a year and a half away, and we're talking about this final race, but are there some things in the works for the campgrounds that might be different from this November's final race?
Well, I mean, the reality is the answer would be yes. There's probably something that will be different. I'm not going to announce anything that's different right now today because it has to be a surprise, right? When it comes up. But I will tell you, as we're focused on November of 2024, even we make sure that we continue to have, like, for example, for our campers, making sure that we still have Walmart there as a grocery store for our campers, also making sure that we have interactive activities and things going on for our campers during the week while they are here. And so we're always looking to do new things for our campers and continue to do some of the consistent things that our campers love as well. So we're always looking to do that. But again, we're always looking at the whole picture of everything that we have going on and making sure that we bring a few new dynamics, at least even if it's just one new thing. We're always looking to bring something new to the raceway.
There was some talk about it possibly going back to Homestead for 2025. Sell me on Phoenix and why it should stay in Phoenix and not Homestead.
Yeah, well, we know already that it's going to be in Phoenix in 2025, but if in 2026, here's the thing is that we would love to have it here in Phoenix in Arizona. Right? We like you said, we have renovated our facility. It's a new place. We just have such a great product to offer in terms of our track here at the raceway here in Phoenix. But the reality is that no matter where it is, we will support it. And, we would be hopeful in Phoenix that we would be part of, if it's not in Phoenix in 2026, that we would still be part of the playoffs and still making sure that we offer something really great here at the raceway. So I don't want it to be taken, in a negative way if it isn't in Phoenix. Of course, we want it here in Phoenix. But the reality is that, it will, by that point, it will have been here for 6 consecutive years. And again, our plan was to only have it here for 3. Who knows? Maybe one day it will come up to where it's on a rotation in a couple of different markets, and then it comes back to Phoenix. I mean, or perhaps it stays in Phoenix for the next 10 years and beyond. The one thing that I will credit us on is being able to announce this early. It's been a great thing. The fact that we were able to announce, we've never announced that we'd have championship in 25 this early within our season. And so that's something really great for our fans as well, in order to be able to prepare for them to come to wherever they're going to be going for the race. And we hope to be able to continue that momentum as well.
Spending the last 10 years here in the desert, and of course you're from here, what does the track do in middle of July, August? What the heck are you guys doing besides staying indoors? Anything?
Yes, well, we are staying indoors, but our raceway, we have so many things to offer at the track. We don't do a ton of things outside, but we have things that we host inside, like at the barn and things like that, and in our Allied Curve, all of that. So the track is still going. The track goes on, but also in July, we're out there supporting the Chicago Street Race. So our team will be in Chicago at the beginning of the year supporting. You mentioned Julie earlier in the show, and we will do everything that we can to support Julie to make sure that she continues to have a successful race in Chicago. So we'll be really focused on Chicago in July.
Bang. This is fantastic, Latasha. We're stoked again with it being in our backyard. It's just such a bonus, and you representing the city. A lot of folks don't know that you're from this area, and the significance of you getting this gig as an African American woman in your hometown is just badass. Your story needs to get out there more often, Latasha.
Well, I appreciate that, and it truly is my honor to be able to be in this role, and to be able to be a change maker, and to do so many things here in my, like you said, in my community that I was born and raised in. So it's an honor. We're going to keep kicking ass here at the Raceway for sure, without question, and serving our community.
Love it.
Dragging your knee at 100 miles per hour, doing a double jump with some extreme flair. If you're into two-wheel racing, make a standing date for Tuesday night on MAV TV. Two Wheel Tuesday will showcase the world's best motorcycle racers on the most challenging tracks. Whether it's the treacherous high-speed ballet of road racing or the handlebar-to-handlebar combat of the dirt arenas, MAV TV has your two-wheel fix every week on Two Wheel Tuesday.
You take car maintenance seriously, and you want to pass on that legacy of care. Use Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer to shield your engine from excessive heat, debris, and friction. Trust Lucas Oil. It works.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Looking for power to spare? Count on an FVP battery. FVP. Verified, proven.